Before the glory of the Roman Republic, before senators debated in marble halls and legions conquered distant lands, there was a king, a ruler so cruel, so proud, that his name became a curse in Roman memory. His name was Lucius Tarquinius Superbus, known to history as Tarquin the Proud, the seventh and last king of Rome. He came to power through blood and ambition, ruled with iron and terror, and fell in a storm of rebellion that would forever change Rome's destiny. Under his reign, Rome reached new heights of splendor, but also sank into the deepest depths of tyranny. This is the story of how the arrogance of one man destroyed the Roman monarchy and gave birth to the Republic. Law 1:5. Long before Rome became the empire we remember today, it was just one of many city-states in Italy, surrounded by powerful neighbors. Among them, none were more mysterious or influential than the Etruscans, a sophisticated people of engineers, artisans, and priests. From their cities north of the Tiber came great kings, and the Tarquins were among them. The Tarquin dynasty began with Lucius Tarquinius Priscus, the fifth king of Rome. He and his successors brought Etruscan wisdom to the city, new architecture, powerful armies, and sacred rituals that shaped Roman religion itself. Their rule transformed Rome from a cluster of huts into a true city, filled with temples, paved roads, and the hum of trade. By the time Tarquinius Superbus, Tarquin the Proud, ascended the throne, Rome was strong, proud, and ready to dominate. But beneath the surface, resentment brewed. The Etruscans had given Rome knowledge, but they had also given it kings. And in time, the Romans would learn to hate both. Tarquin's reign would mark the end of the Etruscan age, and the birth of something far greater, the Roman Republic. Ver 1:5. He was called Lucius Tarquinius Superbus, Tarquin the Proud, a name whispered with both awe and fear. Tarquin rose to power not through honor or inheritance, but blood. His father-in-law, King Servius Tullius, was beloved by the people, a ruler of fairness and reform. But Tarquin, burning with ambition, saw compassion as weakness. One day, with the help of his ruthless wife Tullia, Tarquin stormed the Senate. Servius Tullius was struck down, murdered in cold blood on the steps of the Curia. And when his body lay in the street, Tullia, in a chariot, drove over her own father's corpse. Rome had never seen such horror, and never forgotten it. After seizing the throne, Tarquin ruled with an iron fist. He executed senators, exiled dissenters, and silenced all opposition. No vote, no council. Only his will mattered. Yet, despite his tyranny, Tarquin was not without vision. He continued vast building projects: the Temple of Jupiter Optimus Maximus, the Cloaca Maxima sewer, and the Forum, which became the heart of Roman life. Rome grew grander, even as its spirit withered under his rule. For 20 years, Tarquin ruled as both king and despot, but his arrogance and his family's cruelty would soon ignite the flames of rebellion. The proud king was about to learn that even in ancient Rome, no tyrant lasts forever. 1:5. Power built on fear never stands forever. For Tarquin's downfall began not on the battlefield, but in his own household. His son, Sextus Tarquinius, was even more vile than his father. Drunk with arrogance, he committed one of the darkest acts in Roman legend, the violation of Lucretia, a noblewoman renowned for her virtue. When Lucretia took her own life out of shame, she left behind a final plea, a cry for justice, not vengeance. Her death ignited the hearts of Rome. Her husband, Lucius Tarquinius Collatinus, and his friend Lucius Junius Brutus swore before the people that no Tarquin would ever rule Rome again. Brutus, once thought slow and silent, became the voice of freedom. He rallied the citizens, crying out, "By the blood of Lucretia, we shall never bow to kings again." The Roman people, weary of cruelty and corruption, rose as one. They stormed the royal palace, cast down the banners of the Tarquins, and sealed the city gates behind their fleeing tyrant. Tarquin fled into exile, his dynasty shattered, his name forever cursed, and from the ashes of monarchy, a new idea was born. Rome became a republic, a city where no single man could claim divine right, where power was shared, debated, and checked. The fall of Tarquin marked not merely the end of a reign, but the beginning of Rome's greatest legacy, a republic that would shape the course of Western civilization for 1,000 years. Narration, softly. And so ended the Age of Kings, and began the Age of Rome. 1:5. History remembers Tarquin the Proud not for the empire he built, but for the freedom his fall inspired. His cruelty taught Rome, and all who came after, that no kingdom ruled by fear can last forever. For every tyrant, there comes a moment when the people remember their strength. When silence breaks and voices rise. The Romans swore never again to kneel before a king. In his place, they built something greater, a republic born from the ashes of oppression, governed not by one will, but by many. And though centuries have passed, the story of Tarquin still whispers through time, a reminder that freedom must be earned, protected, and never forgotten. From the darkness of tyranny came the light of Rome, and from the fall of a single man rose the voice of a people. Because when pride becomes power, and power becomes cruelty, the spirit of freedom will always rise again,